What's up everyone, it's Mike from Hookah Enthusiast here for you, and tonight I have another pipe review talking about the PLX Flo Hookah. Okay guys, here is the PLX or Plex Smoke Hookah, all torn apart so I can go over all the pieces with you. But before I do so, I just want to apologize about the camera movement. I do like to hold the camera as I'm doing these pipe reviews just so you can see everything up close. But with that, this is the Flo model. I don't have my tape measure handy, but I'd say it stands at about 10 to 12 inches tall. So it's going to be a nice sized desktop tabletop hookah. But first thing you'll notice is its rectangular design. Pretty eye-catching, not your typical everyday hookah. It is made of plexiglass, so it's going to be very sturdy, very durable. The body itself is one piece, meaning it has a built-in downstem that goes all the way down to the bottom, to where the water would start anyway. There is a ledge on either side for stability purposes, so you can sit it down. And then going back to the downstem, hopefully you can see, it does have a built-in diffuser. Has about 10 holes all the way around the downstem. And since I'm here, we'll go ahead and mention this. Hopefully you can tell there's a little water left in it. I did just clean it, so that has a lot to do with it. But I will say that after you clean it, it is relatively hard to get all of the water out. You do have to kind of finagle it, maneuver it, wiggle it to get all the water out. So not a huge deal, but definitely could stand to be a little easier as far as drying is concerned. And since we're on the subject of water, with every hookah you have to play around with the water level to see what is comfortable for you. What I found with this is right around the bottom of the P, the middle of the X. Right in that area is where I like my water level to be, which you'll see later on in the video. But moving to the top, pretty self-explanatory as far as the ports are concerned. You have a purge port, a hose port, and a bowl port. And moving to those, like I said, the main body is plexiglass, but your purge valve itself will be all glass. It does have a glass BB, so I'll go ahead and stick that in there. And then same can be said as far as your bowl adapter, all glass. I'll stick that in there. And again, since we're here, I'll go ahead and mention this. I thought this was just a me thing, but I've talked with a few people that have it, and I've seen a couple reviews, and it seems to be a pretty general consensus that you got a little wiggle room with your bowl adapter. Again, not a huge deal. It's not going to affect the functionality of it from what I've found. The purge valve itself is not so bad. It has got a little wiggle room to it, but not nearly as bad as the bowl adapter. In either case, though, I think the reasoning being is because it's not a true glass-on-glass connection. You've got a plexiglass port with an all-glass piece. So, just speculation, but I think, maybe, and I could be wrong, that if the port itself was cut at an angle, that might help secure the adapter piece. Again, could be wrong, just a thought. In either case though, folks, I have found a way around this. There's a couple ways to get around it. One, you can force that sucker in there, get it nice and snug. Or what I like to do is, without the adapter attached, put the bowl on it, secure the bowl, and then in one motion put the whole piece in there and get it nice and snug. And the reason I like to do that is because if you just secure the adapter without the bowl, when you go to secure the bowl on, you risk knocking the adapter loose again. So with the bowl already attached, one movement, snug, and done. So moving on to the hose. As you see here, guys, the port and the handle will be kind of like a new hose or fancy hose acrylic material, and the hose itself will be a high-grade silicone. And again, I don't remember off the top of my head the actual temperature it'll withstand, but it'll be just like all your other popular silicone hoses and withstand up to very high temperatures. So that's nice. And another nice feature about this hose is that it does glow in the dark, so that's pretty cool. And then lastly, after I connect the hose in there just like that, but lastly you have your bowl. And to be honest guys, I will probably never use this bowl in my life. Reasoning being is because it is very soft, very flexible. And I know it's silicone. I use other silicone bowls. I've seen other silicone bowls. And I gotta say that this is very soft in comparison. And I know as far as health is concerned, safety is concerned, is more than likely perfectly fine. But I'm just a little skeptic as far as how soft that is. But you've got your bowl adapter. You don't have to worry about that. You can use whatever bowl you'd like. So that's a nice feature. So that's it as far as what you'll get out of the box. Now, just a little added bonus, and this is not included, but if you do happen to have an LED light laying around, as you saw, it's got that nice opening on the bottom. And then you can just sit it on there. And you get a nice little LED action going on during your smoke session. So that's pretty cool. Again, not included. Maybe somewhere down the road, PLX, maybe you can think about offering that as an included accessory, something like that. Either case, folks, that's it as far as the main body and the pieces parts. So I'm going to go ahead and get this loaded. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. You saw everything up close and personal. So now just to show you how it performs. I'm about a half an hour into the session. I'm smoking some unreleased ugly hookah tobacco, which you guys will love once it is released. And as I said, I'm not using the stock bowl simply because I'm not a huge fan of it. But I am using the Cloud Samsaris with the Lotus, and I've got 2 Dasini cubes in there. So, let's see what we have. As you see, cloud output is fantastic. Definitely no complaints. As far as the draw is concerned, very easy draw, which is the kind of be expected considering the construction of this. Your down stem is just a wide open hollow tube that goes all the way down. So you're getting a very easy draw. And even still, I'm getting excellent flavor from it, which is kind of surprising. Usually the more open the draw, you have a little flavor loss. But with this, I'm getting crazy good flavor. Really nice. As far as the purge, one thing I will say, since it is such a short length of the stem itself, you're not going to want to purge this thing too hard, otherwise you'll end up with a mess. So you kind of want to take some short, softer purges, which I'll show you here. And as you see, it's a very easy purge as far as the effort is involved, but it does take a couple breaths to get it actually purged completely. And again, don't overdo it. Soft purges will be your best bet. So, with that, functions very well. Easy draw, excellent flavor, nice clouds. So it's very good as far as the functionality goes. As far as cleaning, pretty easy. Given the construction again, you can't really go too vigorous with it. It's pretty much just a rinse and done. You can add whatever cleaning solution, lemon juice, whatever you like in there to help it get a little bit cleaner. Just put it in there with some water, swish it around, you're good to go. Another thing I like about this hookah is that because of its material it's made from, the plexiglass, you don't really have to worry too much about breaking it. So for me, it's a good travel hookah. I'm getting ready to plan a trip for vacation for Thanksgiving, and I'm planning on taking this with me so I don't have to worry about dropping it, breaking it, whatever. So it's very nice in that department as well. So I think that's really all I have for it, guys. Definitely, if you're looking for something different, something a little bit out of the ordinary, this is a good option. Performs well, looks pretty cool actually, and it's going to be very durable. You can't really ask too much more out of a hookah. So with that, guys, I definitely recommend picking one up. A huge thanks to the folks at plxsmoke.com for making this review possible. I'll leave a direct link in the description below. If you guys have had one of these, you smoked out of one, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. I'd like to get some interaction with this. Otherwise, folks, everyone out there, thanks for watching. If you can, please comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, smoke on.